Well, Kaiserreich hasn't been updated for almost a half of year. It's a cringe situation. But anyway, let's start our campaign. Today we're going to play with a German man with a mustache. Not that man who is a painter from Germany, no. We mean Karl I Habsburg. And yeah, enjoy! And yeah, in the Austrian Empire today we got two problems for our campaign. First one is that the Austro-Hungarian monarchy is broken. Cause you can see that we have a separate parts of empire and they are almost independent. Almost. That's the most important word. And the second one is our sphere of influence. Or let me say like that. Instead that we are the winner of the First World Crack, we don't have the sphere of influence. Italian Republic is going to leave us in a few months, and after that we are going to left only with our lands and satellites. Like yeah, after World Crack we have left with nothing, cause Austrian Empire is broken, we have no sphere of influence, and that's make me cry. Before that we had Serbia in our sphere of influence, they were our puppet, Romania, Ukraine and other countries. Now we don't have a sphere of influence. And our empire can collapse at any moment, so we need to restore the greatness and build the great Danubian Federation, the Federation of Equal People, of the Vienna monarchy. And of course our goal is to be the dungeon master of the Balkans, and not only the Balkans. And one of my favorite things is the population. Now the population of the Austrian Empire is only 10 million people. Yep, it's a great Austria, but without other parts of empire. So after our great reunification we are going probably have like 50 million people. But now we have population like the modern Belarus. Austria erit in orbe ultima. Why are you pushing up and jump near my border, Italian forces? I didn't get this move. Well, I'm not surprised. There we go, the elections in the Austrian Empire is coming. It's for the people to decide which cigarettes they want to smoke. Maybe in the Austria they know what is parliament except cigarettes parliament. And as I said, Italy has fucked up us. Our sphere of influence retracts. So now we got no sphere of influence. Put a like on this video please for this. Yep, Social Democrats win these elections. But I have one scary moment. Sozialdemokratische Arbeiterpartie. It really sounds scary. For the name of the Social Democrat Party, you know. Work for workless sounds like pussy for virgins. Why not? Greek communists in the face of the social liberals has seized our capital in their country, so we have sanctioned them. Ich would like to impose sanctions to Russia in this world, but there is no reason for it right now. But one day we will impose sanctions to Russia, I promise it to you. After that they won't drink Coca-Cola and eat pelmeni in their streets. Well, the game said that it was the collapse of the United Baltic Duchy. But game didn't catch that it was only the temporary separation of the United Baltic Duchy. United Baltic Duchy hasn't collapsed. Game didn't get it. It's like in nowadays. The cruiser didn't sink in the Black Sea. It has just gone to the rest to the depths of the Black Sea. But it hasn't sunk. No, in any way. Schools, hospital, parks and brothels to any Austrian man. Every man needs a brothel in Vienna. And of course we are going to organize them in Przemyśl and Lviv. We are going to organize them with a French communard prostitute. Well, there is no Maduro in Venezuela, so let's do it. Sounds like a good deal. We will export arms to Venezuela. I like how the German language sounds. Naturfreunde. Horrors of the socialism has came to the Scandinavia. Now there is no King Haakon VII. And it's only the January 1937. Well, Sweden is probably going to be destroyed too, cause there are a lot of radical socialists in the Sweden. Finally, I'm going to buy a new toaster. As I said, it sounds not good that radical socialists have a lot of power in the Sweden. Probably they will destroy these funny men with funny ears, and after that the radical socialists are going to take power in the Sweden. Well, I'm not surprised, but there was like a paternal autocrats with this man, and now we have the Swedish commune. Actually, I'm not surprised that radical socialists has destroyed the social democrats, cause social democrats are weak one. So horrors of the socialism and Norwegian agents have spread it up to the Sweden. Only in 1 month. But other Scandinavian countries who escaped the horrors of the socialism, now they are in the Reichspakt. Protector of the Balkans, or how I would name it, like a Balkan dungeon master. We are going to save all our Balkan brothers from the horrors of the socialism, and not only the horrors of the socialism. Without any jokes, I can say that Augsleich is a pretty good scene that was in the Austro-Hungary. Every 10 years, compromises. That was a good specific of the Austro-Hungarian Empire. I like it a lot. And I have one interesting fact. Austro-Hungarian Empire is my favorite empire in the whole history. Really. I really like the idea of the Danubian Federation a lot. That was the only way of saving the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Invite others to the Augsleich? We need to think bigger. Invite all peoples of the dual monarchy. Let's make the great partition of the Hungary. Bohemia proposes to make a Slovak state and establish their mountain general. It should be done. We are going to create Slovakia, and Hungary abandons the Augsleich. And also Illyria demands Bachka, the western Banat, and they also will gain these territories. Vojvodina and West Banat always was as Slavic states. Now we have lost all connections with the Budapest. They are not answering our telegrams, so we must do something. And we know that it means. It means that we are going to make the great trial of the Hungary, cause they think a lot about themselves. Now we can say in the end of the spring 1937 that Hungarian rebellion has fucked up cause we are pushing them on the all fronts. Especially road to the Budapest is almost free and clear. Well, hello there Budapest, now we are going to push you and conquer. Well, it's the middle of June and the Budapest is ours. Our next goal is to capture Transylvania and Eastern Hungary territories, and also liberate Slovakia. And I can say also that the worm tactic is working pretty cool, as always. Good news, now Hungary belongs to Austria, so it belongs to me. Huh? Have you seen such strange Austria before? I don't really think so. It reminds me a fish. But a strange fish. Embrace pluralism. The time has come to federate the empire to a more democratic government. The founding of the centralized federated state will lead to a brighter future for all Austrian peoples. As I named this video, Socialist Heaven is going to rise. Yeah, Socialist Kingdom. Crown with a red star. On there we have our full project realized. I think that we have now a pretty cool borders. Leave your mind in the comments below. Do you like it or no? If no, we are going to destroy you, but we're not talking today about it. Austria-Hungary federalizes. And now we are not the Austrian Empire. Now we are the Danubian Federation. The Federation of Equal. And we are going to reintegrate with the past parts of the Cisleithania. So we have federalized and we have united with all members except the small Hungary, that now don't like us actually, cause we made them from the huge chauvinistic state to the small chauvinistic state. Of course they won't like it. And also now we have a big army of the Danubian Federation, and it's only the end of the 1937 and we have reunited. Except the Hungary, but with the Hungary we are going to reunite in the next year. Hell yeah, now this campaign is going more cringe and cringe. Now they have repeated the Black Tsar, Pyotr Wrangel, that ruled the Russian Empire, like we did a few episodes ago. Don't play my game one by one, please. Oh, and I forgot to say what about our population. Even without Hungary, we have a 50 million population in the whole Danubian Federation. And after reunifying with the Hungary, it's going to be like 60 million people. So 60 millions is pretty enough for our campaign for today. Like to compare, Russia has around 100 million people and Germany around 80 million people. Well, Romanians got something against us, but we are prepared to any war with the Belgrade Pact. We need to destroy these bastards, Balkan bastards. Well, it's the Bulgarian second attempt to take back control under the Serbia and Romania. Good luck, Bulgarians. We have a good news. Probably French camels has invaded the Florida. Now they are going to live in the Florida and spread the population of the camels in the Florida. Well, auf Wiedersehen, Middle Africa, you are going to collapse in a few weeks. As I said, there is going to be no Middle Africa in the future. Poland is kinda stupid. They declared war to the Lithuania before the Weltkrieg starts. Camels have reached Baton Rouge. Oh, and I didn't get that because of the Southwest Africa. Now we have war between the German Empire and the Entente. You're dealing pretty good, you know. Having war with Entente even before the war with the Communards, it's the genius tactic. Now they just going to crush the French Republic, make a lot of German puppets right there, and the past French colonies are going to become the new Middle Africa. We have lost one Middle Africa, but we are going to create new Middle Africa. Why not? And probably from new Middle Africa they are going to restore the past Middle Africa. Double kill. While Ottoman Empire is dying, Bulgaria was fully crashed, Austria don't give a fuck about everything, and the only member of the First Weltkrieg, winners of the First Weltkrieg, that seems doing pretty good. Probably Germans will really reunify the Middle Africa in the face of the Southwest Africa. As I said, we are going to have a new Deutsches Middle Africa, but it's going to be the Deutsches North Africa. Hell yeah, they gave it to the Southwest Africa, except Tunis and Algiers. I haven't seen that before. Kaiserreich can really surprise me, and maybe surprise you. July 1939 and Hungary is reintegrated to the Danubian Federation. Excellent! And now our population, as I said, going to be 60 million people. Just cool and perfectly Danubian Federation. In the future I only want to incorporate Montenegro to our country. We will look pretty cool with that part of the Montenegro. Cause we have Kotor and now we need to have the full control of the whole Montenegro. Oh, and Serbia is just going to be our puppet. As well as Albania, Greece, Bulgaria and Romania. Well, in this campaign we have the early Weltkrieg cause it starts at the beginning of the August 1939. The Commune of France declared war on the German Empire. So we wish luck to the Germans cause they will deal with our enemies in the face of the Communard Alliance. And now I'm going to deal with the Belgrade Pact cause we are going to have enough world tension to justify war goal against them. Stupid Belgrade Pact. So now we can say goodbye to the Serbia. While the whole Europe are fighting with each other, as you can see, we're just sitting and playing Frenzy Farm. Even Ottoman Empire got lots of problems. But we're just preparing to conquer the whole Balkans, and that's all. So it's December 1939 and we are going to attack Serbia. Goodbye Serbia, you need to be our puppet and we need to be your daddy. As well as Romania, Bulgaria and Greece must be our puppets and we must be their daddies. Yep, they have joined this war and I can even attack the Bulgaria. Let's start our offensive. And now no one is going to uprise in Transylvania and Croatia with Bosnia. There are going to be no war crimes in Bosnia and Transylvania. But they have rised up, fuck! But anyway, we have taken the Belgrade back and now we need just to conquer the whole Serbia. And I didn't see that, they are all in the golden frame. Well, my forces are doing pretty good in the Moldavia. They make the special military operation against the Romania. Independent Serbia? Never heard about it. What a funny joke. As well as the independent Romania. So finally there is no such a stupid scene as the independent Romania. Now we have to crush only Bulgaria and Greece. Good job, you have captured Budapest. Now you need to restore your independence, stupid Romanians and Serbs. Minus Bulgaria and war is going only for 1 month and we have crushed almost everyone in this war. Greek army in this war can understand nothing, they don't know what is happening right now. They are like Estonia. Now we have news that are going to change the whole scenario of the Second World Reich. So Haiti, with this shy man with a funny mustache and a very funny hat, has joined the Entente. Now they are gonna change everything in this world. Yep, the partition of the Belgrade Pact is coming. Oh, and let's destroy Ottoman Empire. We don't like them. Kosovo belongs to Albania. We respect the Albanian government, so we will give them Kosovo. And I would see them like our ally, not as our puppet in the Danubian alliance. We respect Albanians, especially in Kosovo. And Montenegro we are going to annex. So I have restored a pretty back version of our Bulgarian brothers, cause they have suffered a lot. But Dobruja I gave to Romania for a cool border. That's the only reason. And Serbs, it's just a little Serbs. As well as the little Greece. Albania agrees. Albania is a kinda smart country. So now the whole Balkans are in our alliance. Except the Ottoman Empire, who is going to die. And we are going to join Turkey to our alliance. As my puppet. Ha ha ha. Well, let's remove kebab. Really. It's going to be a pretty easy war. With no war crimes and no mint gingerbread. By the end of the summer, Ottomans are going to be destroyed cause they have a kinda big front line. Starting from Kuwait to the North Syria. And now one more front line in the Anatolian Peninsula. Well, now we have left one by one with the Ottoman Empire. Goodbye, Ottoman Empire. Hell yeah, now we're going to realize Turkey right here. Germany requests Austrian support. The Kaiser will fight together again? Hell no, the Germans are on their own this time. Bye bye, German Empire. You have left alone. Like we have a secret treaty with the communards that we are not going to join this war and they won't attack us. It's kinda fair, you know, cause we have a big army and we don't need to enter this war. We don't need no more wars. As I said, understand me please, we are building the Danubian heaven. Why the hell the Danubian heaven needs to join the European wars, the great European wars? No, we will leave this scenario for the other Danubian campaigns, like other Austrian campaigns in the Kaiserreich. In the Kaiserreich we will make some crazy shit, just wait for it please. I'm going to do it, I promise it to you. But now I'm just going to realize the Turkish Republic. So we got now a pretty cool Turkey that almost look like a modern Turkey. And I think that we have a pretty cool sphere of influence and also we have reunified our cool country. Our population right now is 62 million people living in the whole Danubian Federation, as well as new territory of Montenegro. Montenegro is going to be a new part of the whole federation. They are going to be separate part of the federation as earlier was Bukovina. And what about Germans? They are going to die in this month. And yet they have held it for 1 year. So we cancelled all treaty, even trade treaty with the Germans, and now we are going to trade with the French communards. As we said them that we are building the Danubian socialism, Danubian version of the socialism. Socialism with the Danubian specific. Whatever you want. But we are not the capitalists. Even for them, we are not capitalists, we are the socialists. So now we are like bros with the French communards. And even Italian communards. But German communards are going to hate us. Yeah. And also we have almost ended up the whole focus tree, as you can see. Well. So yeah, we are just watching the film about the Second World Reich, and that's all. I have reached my goals and I can say you thanks for watching and bye. That was a pretty cool campaign.